Peace, love, and light. I am Picasso Cognizance. This is Resolute Fathers. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tell a friend about Resolute Fathers. Now, according to JC Law, it says who will actually pay child support. Child support comes into play when kids are involved in divorce, separation, or custody. The courts define these payments as your financial obligation to support your child as he or she matures, but who ends up paying it? The parent or guardian that does not hold the child's primary residence will more than likely be responsible. The courts describe that relationship as the non-custodial parent or guardian. Whoever the child is living with most of the time will be considered the custodial parent, but the courts can determine when custody is contested. A custody determination may also be agreed upon in a marital settlement agreement, or if both parties mutually agree to custody terms, but is always subject to court modification. Okay, in today's modern world, who pays child support will vary based on the type of relationship involved. In the instance of two women involved in a same-sex marriage with children, a woman would pay child support. Listen to this, ladies. Listen to this, okay? Like I've been telling y'all over and over and time again that it doesn't matter the gender, okay? So in modern day, right, when there's no man involved with the same-sex marriage and women together, this right here clearly states that, child support is a big business and it doesn't care about your gender. Relationships and marriages are no longer just between a man and a woman. They can be same-sex marriages, or perhaps no union is involved, and sometimes children are in the custody of other family members such as grandparents and aunts. Okay, hustle gang. They don't care about the your gender. They don't care if it's mama, daddy, great grandma, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just all about that money. Addictions can also play a role in determining who is the custodial parent. If a mother is a drug or alcohol abuser, the father can be named the custodial parent, and the court would order the mother pay child support. Okay, so be mindful of that. That's what I be telling y'all, man. Like, we got to understand what's really going on, and that right there is considered as a unfit parent. You hear me? That considered as an unfit parent. Basically, unfit parent is if you don't want to take care of your responsibility, right, which is your child, or you got the child in harm's way or in danger if you want drugs or drinking alcohol like crazy. You feel me? So we have to be mindful of that. Remember, the court will always make decisions in the child's best interest, not based on if you're a man or a woman. Gender does not matter, just like I've been telling y'all over and over again. Child support helps pay for the things your children need when not in your care. So do not think of it as a payment to the ex. It's a lot of, parents that think that as well. You know what I'm saying? So let's be mindful of that. So when you get that so-called child support, hand off to you or whatnot, and you using it for your own interest instead of the child's, on what they really truly need, gotta be mindful of that. You feel me? And if you want to know more on how to get that other parent because they not using it for the child or whatnot, that money, come join Resolute Fathers Patreon. A lot of good 411 on that. You feel me? So think of it as your parental duty to care for your child. The issue at hand is not the failure of the relationship, but the safety, health, and well-being of your kids. How much child support is due? A formula developed by the Maryland court system determines the amount a non-custodial parent or guardian pays in child support. The formula is known as the child support guidelines. One of the factors in the formula is the time spent with the children. Other factors the child support uses in determining the actual amount due include each parent's real monthly income adjusted actual income, work-related child care expenses, health insurance expenses, extraordinary medical expenses, and a financial statement. Okay, the child support guidelines estimate the percentage of income parents would spend on children if the parents continued living together in a relationship. Maryland's Department of Human Resources provides a child support calculator to determine the estimated amount of child support due. Now, this is how courts calculate it. Determine each parent's actual income. Figure out each parent's adjusted actual income. Add up both adjusted actual incomes and plug into the child support guidelines chart to determine the basic child support obligations. Court then factors in additional expenses like health insurance costs, daycare costs, or outstanding medical fees, generating the total child support obligations. The non-custodial parent is responsible for paying a percentage of the total child support obligation. The actual amount due will vary for everyone based on the factors above. So two different people with 3 children may not necessarily pay the same amount of child support every month. Sometimes there are exceptions to the calculations, as there may be a circumstance in which less than the guideline amount paid or both parties make enough money that a judge can set the amount due based on the children's needs. It's not easy to pay less than the calculated amount. To do that, a parent needs to show that amount is unjust or unfair and why it will be in the children's best interest to lower the amount. So, and that's when, basically it's talking about the modification. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can join Resolute Fathers Patreon if you want to know how to, do a modification. If it's too much or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? We really need to get help to this, family. We really need to. And also get that book, Who's the Daddy? Get the book, family. All you have to do is on Amazon. You can Google Picasso Cognizance. You feel me? That's me. You can Google Picasso Cognizance. You'll see Who's the Daddy book. That's on Amazon. Y'all need to get that book. You know what I'm saying? You'll learn something for real. The opposite holds. If both parties earn more than $15,000 in a month, as the court does not need to follow the child support guidelines and determines how much is due based on the child's needs, the children's needs. This amount increases to $30,000 a month on October 1st, 2021. Money may not be the only payment included in child support payments, as a child support decree is not limited to direct money payments. Okay, the order often requires one party to maintain health insurance coverage for the children, daycare expenses, and round-trip transportation for visitation. Child support covers everything needed to care for a child until they mature, not just money. That's what they say now. It's not just about the money, which we already know that, the feds, they need their 66%, in the state, they get their 34%. Okay, so we have to be mindful of this, family. That's what I keep telling y'all over and over and over again. Just take care of your responsibility. That's all you got to do. You don't even need the system involved anyway. Put them differences and emotions to the side, family, and take care of your children. That's all you have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is not rocket science on how to raise your children. So we just got to be mindful of that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tell a friend about Resolute Fathers, and make sure you get that book, Who's the Daddy? It is on Amazon. Get your copy now. Okay? Peace, love, and light.